So I'm Nicole Williams. I'm an assistant principal here at the Eagle Academy Bronx. I've been in this position for 7 years. I am a founding member of the middle school. Eagle existed, I believe, 10 years prior to that as a high school only, 9 through 12. And in 2011, we started our first 6th grade class. And I'm proud to say that this year we have those original 6th graders are now 12th graders. And we've retained about 85% of those students. So we're very, very proud of that. Sure. The advice I would give to the family over at Bala is that it's very important to establish the vision, right? The academic vision, the cultural vision. What are the ideals that you foresee for the school, in the classroom, outside of the classroom? And then I would say work to execute that every day. You have to really have the vision, because our young men are coming to us from all various backgrounds. Our parents are coming with all various backgrounds and experiences, and it's important to establish the Eagle way. Oh, excuse me, I should say the Eagle way, right. The Bala way. I'm Eagle through and through. It's important to establish the way that you want your school to, the experience you want your young men and your parents to have when they enter your school. So in establishing that vision, it allows then for you to almost like work backwards, right? So this is the ideal. This is what we see for our students from the time they enter the building until dismissal and beyond, right? Because it's important to have that extended day with your students. But then when your families are here, what experience do you want them to have? So I would definitely give that as an advice. And that extends into, literacy vision, vision for every aspect of the academics. What does the classroom culture feel like and look like for your students? So just through and through that vision. So the first thing I would say is plan, and plan some more, right? You have to go into the classroom with a strategic plan, right? Again, it's similar to what I said about just in terms of the whole school. As a teacher, you also have to envision what that classroom is going to look like in terms of your facilitation of it. Planning will allow you to be able to make adjustments as you go, because our young men are, full of surprises. But what I found with the young men is that when you are planned, even if the plan doesn't always go as, in accordance, I would say that one of the things I noticed with the young men is that when they trust you and they have a good sense of you leading them, they will do almost anything you need them to do. I found it very important to build a strong rapport with my young men. Again, they're coming from all different backgrounds, so ensuring that they trusted me as their teacher, that I was there to support them, of course teach them. I would always tell them I'm learning from them just as much as they're learning from me. When you establish that kind of learning environment and that rapport with the young men, the possibilities are endless. So I will always remember the day I met Mr. Banks, not knowing that I was going to leave that, it was a panel discussion, I knowing I was going to leave with my son's high school. At the time, Mr. Banks was promoting Eagle, and he was just talking about the benefits of our young men really being in a place where, or in a school that was solely focused on their needs. A school for young men of color. A school where I knew that my son would not only get the role models, the support of strong males, but he would also get the values that, my husband and I were teaching him at home, reinforced in school. So the idea of strong academics coupled with strong character is exactly what we were looking for as a family, because it didn't make sense to us to have someone who was going to be, academically prepared, but then not have a strong sense of community and a strong sense of giving back and a strong sense of, being the best citizen, if you will, that he could be. So Eagle really coupled those things for us in a way that we thought was appropriate for the times that we're living in. And my son is 23 now, and he's still a work in progress, but we don't regret him coming to Eagle at all.
Excellent.
One of the things that is crucial for parents to do is to first just believe in this mission. It's not it's not a one size fits all approach that we take. It really is a family oriented approach, right? So we need parents to, one, stay in open communication with us. We have an open door policy. If there's something that you are concerned about or you're upset about, we want you to come and speak to us as the adults. I always tell parents, please don't send your children to people that you don't respect, right? Because then that translates to them. Then they have to come to the school, and then they have to interact with us knowing that you don't necessarily respect the institution that you're sending them to. So we want you to feel comfortable and supporting the school, so staying in touch. We have a system that we use called Scheduler or Pupil Path. So parents have 24 access to communicate with teachers, administrators. They can check their son's grades. They can email us. We can email them. So just being really vigilant about keeping that line of communication open between you and the school. When we have events, tonight we're actually having our annual middle school curriculum night. So we also make sure that we have plenty of events. Last week we had convocation for our 12th graders where parents were invited. So when there are events in the school, come out, support, keep yourself constantly aware of what's going on. We have our annual college family night earlier in the year. So just making sure you're constantly involved in communication with the school.